the particular one that I'm smoking right now is actually a mistake. so so it's a mistake because we don't make a 60 ring gauge by 6 Connecticut cigar and attenuation. And what had happened was I'm at the factory and we're making attenuation. It's in production. This has been 8 months, 9 months ago, right, when we started making these. And, you know, they were supposed to be making the Gordos, right? So they were supposed to be making the 56 by 6. And I talked to Anthony, which is our, you know, he's our production manager. He basically has all things production tied to him. I'm talking to him, and I'm you know, he's like, yeah, they're making the 60s now. And I'm like, what do you mean they're making the 60s now? And he goes, yeah, there's a 60 in the line, right? And what I realized was we had never actually wrote down the sizes at that point. So Anthony thought that there was a 60 ring gauge, you know, not a 56. You know, he had kind of, you know, so I had like no 56s at that point. And so I'm like, well, how many of these do we have? And you know, we had like a couple thousand of them, right? So we had a couple thousand of these before we noticed the mistake. You know, we sat on them, we smoked them, and then we're like, well, we got to do something with these cigars, you know what I mean? And they smoke great. I mean, they were made for production, and the blend worked out great in a 60. So we had never planned on making a 60 in the attenuation line, but whenever we recorded what was to be made, there was just that inversion of one number. This was Anthony's mistake. so Anthony is our production manager. He's now like launching products accidentally from the factory. So these will go to one retailer. It was a retailer who had reached out to us like more than a year or two ago, asking like, hey, if anything ever comes up, if we can ever do anything special together, you know what I mean? And, you know, nothing had really occurred, you know, and now we have this cigar. So I believe he's going to be putting it into one of his clubs.